Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video for the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 2. Last episode was a good episode to get us back into the swing of things. We met Maomao. We have Maomao and Maomao now. We've got ourselves a little cat here at in the rear palace as Maomao was hanging out with the doctor, hanging out with Gyokyo, all of the above. And we went on a walk with her daughter, Lingli. She's fucking adorable. And she ended up finding a cat, a little runaway cat that somehow managed to find its way into the rear palace. And we have decided to keep it, and we have named it Maomao. There was also the introduction of a new girl who's seemingly going to pair up with Xiaolan and Maomao. We don't know anything about her, but she showed up and helped catch the cat when Maomao fell on her face trying to do so. So we'll see how she gets incorporated into things here as this season progresses. And then also we got the new OP and ED, which are incredible. But I don't think I have too much to add here, so let's see where we're going to go from here. Per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions, so feel free to check out either of those of your own will. Now, without further ado, let's straight into the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 2. Also, some of you guys corrected me that it's Yasobi's singer who did this OP, which is why I was like, she sounds like her. All in all, I've been corrected that this is Yasobi's singer. Maomao over there. Yeah, we also saw those two blonde women at the end of last episode, kind of a teaser. More merchants you get them before. Alright, time for a wardrobe change, huh? I guess, yeah, where most of the series has taken place, it's been pretty chilly, if I'm not mistaken. It's because, well, I guess, because hasn't 2 years almost passed? No, oh god. See, I always get my timelines fucked up with this show. Maomao spent a year in the Rear Palace, and then she left, and then she came back to Jinshi, spent like 2 months with Jinshi, and now she's back in the Rear Palace again, taking care of Gyokyo, because Gyokyo is pregnant again. So, it's been like a year and a half? Feel free to correct me on that. I mix timeline shit up pretty often here. So, I guess it's getting to the summer months now. We've never seen them do outfit changes before. Maomao has always worn the exact same green jacket, except for, like, their little outing that her and Jinshi had, where, you know, Suiren dressed her up, or other times when she's been dressed up by her sisters and shit. If it's her choice, she is always going to wear the same green jacket. Be quick to go super stale, huh? Yeah. I see. Really? Okay, yeah, so it's making, yeah, I guess, yeah, Lola, and it makes, I guess, like, Gyokyo maybe look weaker in theory to, like, the public eye, because she has, like, 5 ladies in waiting, or, yeah, she has 5, while everybody else has, especially Lolan, has a lot more. Emperor's Favorite sends the wrong message. 30. Yeah. We've had our experiences with them. Well, I'm curious who the ladies in waiting we're gonna meet are. We've gotten pretty close with the 4 that are here. Wasn't here the last time it came by. Is this the caravan Jinshi was talking about in the beginning? Or could this also have something to do with because the 2 blonde ladies, I'm assuming, I mean, it's 2 separate ladies, they're probably twins. They were riding in a caravan. I don't know if that has anything to do with what's going on right now. Scarce here in the Rear Palace. So this caravan shows up with a ton of goods and stuff, and everybody's on top of that shit because nothing interesting ever happens here. Or just gives us an allowance. Oh, hello! Oh my god! Also, someone pointed out in a comment on a recent Apothecary episode that I posted that Gyokyo, I mean, it seemed pretty apparent to me from the way that she, like, was happy to learn, like, new techniques, if you know what I mean, that kind of thing. But she's actually like genuinely in love with the emperor. Like actually, that unlike Li Shu and Lao Lin, it seems like her and Li Hua are actually genuinely in love with the emperor. They didn't confirm the Li Hua thing, I'm just kind of assuming, but they did for Gyokyo. Because they said it's not really ever innately said in the anime, you just kind of have to assume. And I had been thinking that as well. But it's good to know, like, for sure. She here hoping she can get pregnant again? Have we seen you before? SHIN. Have we seen this woman before? I don't know if we've seen this woman before. Out of all the ladies in waiting, I don't remember her. Alright. The fuck is going on here? We just met this lady and she's already looking evil as hell. Then again, you can never take a single thing in this show at surface value, so. Stays for 5 days, huh? Yeah. Except for quacks. At least he's a nice quack. Sanitation level is top notch. Really? Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, hello. Maomao is monologuing. Oh, she wants to go shopping with her. Oh my god, there is so much stuff that has been bought. Ling Li slumped there. Waiting at the Christmas pavilion, probably go all out. I could imagine. That sounds like her as well. That sounds about right. So far, I don't think any of these assumptions here are incorrect. Yeah, I mean, literally we learned last season she is wearing a completely, entirely new look every time she sees the Emperor. So, to the point where he doesn't even recognize her. So of course she's gonna buy a ton of stuff. Fit in one room appears thrifty. His belts go right under the chest. It's one of the fads going on at the moment. The customer likes. Yeah, belts around the waist to help kind of hide that, because obviously the public can't know until the baby is born, because someone will most definitely try and take the baby or Gyokyo out if they know she's pregnant. Okay, so never mind. I mean, still, they can't let the public know, obviously, but that actually makes more sense. You don't want to fucking suffocate your stomach, even if you're trying to hide. The rings to... Ooh. It appears like it's a fad, but if they knowingly brought these specific types of designs, it would mean they know about Gyokyo. Yeah, if this is like the main outfit type, it's kind of an odd coincidence that one that a pregnant lady would wear is the one that's most often out there, and just happens to be popular at this time. I think Gyokyo got the message there. Yeah. It's a good thing they're very smart. It's OST. It's all leftovers on the last day. Look at Maomao watching over her, just happy she said she's having fun. Is there anything worth buying? Aww. Cute! I absolutely love their friendship so much. Like a little sister of some kind. Would she be this type of creature? That's true. She does act very older sister-ish towards Xiaolan, and it's adorable. I love it. She does look younger than Maomao too. I didn't even realize that. Maomao is malnourished as hell. Like, that's why she is the way she is. She grew up poor, didn't eat that much, and then still, several times throughout her work in the rear palace and everything, she has done work where she doesn't eat a lot. And then literally people... There was several occasions throughout season 1 where people would have literal reactions telling her she looks thin as hell because she just would be doing something so intently that she wouldn't eat well, clearly. Like her whole trip to Lihua, hers is the Crystal Pavilion. You would really think I should have these pavilions down by this point. I think it's the Crystal Pavilion. Lihua's pavilion, and then she came out after the stint where she was trying to bring her back to health. She came out skinny as hell. Then there was the thing at the end of season 1 where she was doing the roses, and she came out skinny as hell at the end of that because she didn't sleep or eat. But as I was saying, Xiaolan is still smaller than her, so. Yeah, it seems pretty clear that that's the kind of dynamic they have. But it's not like, I've been saying they're best friends. It's not like that. It's not like them, like me equating it to a sister dynamic doesn't mean they can't be best friends too. They obviously are. Maomao would probably never openly admit it, but she clearly loves Xiaolan. The reason why I came on the last day, huh? Everybody trying to get rid of shit on the last day, so they're just selling the things for cheap. Sounded like the granny! Oh my god, a whole camel. What's up with that? Jasmine tea. Oh, hello. I was about to say, I saw her hair there. Hello. Damn, she's taller than Maomao. He's the one who caught the cat. Ooh, and Xiaolan knows her. Damn, Xiaolan is so much smaller than both of them. How old is Xiaolan? We already, I mean, I literally just went on a whole spiel about it. We already know Maomao is small for her age, but then you've got Xiaolan here who's smaller than that. Yes. Yeah. 3 of these. There you go. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. You can tell he's not even trying to be rude, just that genuine smile on his face, but like, that came off so rude. Kitty! Maomao. And Monster of Thieves, yeah, she's not gonna say the name everybody gave it, she's gonna say the title they gave it. Less weird than Maomao. Like I said, quack or not, he's really nice. Some hot water there. Ooh. Whoa, that's pretty. Jasmine flowering tea. That's cool. I would never have known that if I didn't watch the show. Or we won't get the chance to make this often. Love how he's like, friends of Maomao, I'm gonna treat them. I love it. Quack doctor or not, he's fucking awesome. So she's new. That's the 2 blonde ladies, right? And special envoy. Yeah, you're just I mean, Maomao. Yeah, Maomao works directly under Jinchi. You can probably talk to her about that. But like the other 2 are just like regular servant girls. On the north side these days. Bit of a mess, maybe a waterway got clogged. Yeah, but you wouldn't say weird smell, you would say it smells like shit. You wouldn't, if a waterway got clogged due to like waste or something. But then again, it doesn't innately have to be waste that got clogged. But like, I couldn't imagine what else would clog a waterway that would make smell other than waste. You would say it smells like shit, like it smells like manure or something. Obviously they wouldn't say shit, but you would be able to identify what that smell is. Good shrubs. Ooh. So she's a bugs girl. Okay, that's interesting. Yes, Maomao, we know she got those at the beginning of Core 2. She got were they stingers? Fuck, I forget exactly what they were. But you guys, it's like the like golden looking stingers or whatever they were that Jinchi gave her whenever he bought her out. You immediately got Maomao's attention. They've all of a sudden become best buds now. It's delicious too. So Shisui seems to like the bugs. Maomao seems to like the bugs for their medicinal properties. Or their medicinal capabilities. This feels like a very harsh tone shift. What is going on here? Someone's coughing? The fuck? That's what that was, right? That was a box of scented oils? Maybe that's what she was smelling on the north side, was scented oils. Yeah, when you're trying to like wash that shit, I can't imagine it smells very good. Hello! What the fuck? She's taking a chance to smell it. Yeah. Wait, what? Is it all like rose? I get why she's worried, but just the full face dive. The Crystal Pavilion. Oh shit. Is Lihua pregnant? Is that why? I thought she was just like hoping she could get pregnant again, but she might be genuinely pregnant the way she was rubbing her stomach. And if she is, they're all like crying. They're like, what the fuck is going on? She's here to abuse you guys again. No, she's actually here for such a genuine reason. Hello, Shin. Go back to the beginning of the episode. The fuck was that look and what was on that letter she got? Wrote an official complaint. And acted without thinking. Going and smelling everybody. Damn. Damn, that's like the first time Gyokyo has seen Jinchi act so casual around Maomao. Usually he keeps up the facade of Jinchi all the time, but he's got so used to just letting it fall in front of her now that he accidentally let it fall in front of Gyokyo as well and all her ladies in waiting. Should be enough apologies. Yeah, okay, let's get to this. Yes. You should know with Maomao, she's never gonna, well, most of the time she doesn't do anything without a good reason. Sometimes her curiosity leads her to, you know, like her like for medicine and things like that. She does some goofy things. On Court Ladies today. Every single scent. Spices and teas. This is, oh man. See, I don't want to make assumptions based on conjecture. I did that God knows how many times in the last arc of season 1. Man, I had so many bad theories there. But let's just toss one out there. I'm gonna blanket statement, this could be horribly wrong, but I'm not gonna hold back my theories, alright? Some of them were so bad, but it's still fun to make theories. Anyway, so it appears someone from this caravan maybe knows that either Gyokyo is pregnant or Lihua is pregnant, and is trying to get these scents into the rear palace that could very negatively affect someone who's pregnant. We still don't know for sure if Lihua's pregnant, but to me, her rubbing her stomach like that, and that note she got, Shin got from the doctor, one of Lihua's ladies in waiting said there was a note from, let me see the exact term of phrase she used, hang on. A message from the clinic, and then she had this face after she read it. Could, like, what? Was the message from the clinic that maybe a pregnancy test came back positive? So there's something fucking going on with her there, clearly. And then the fact that this caravan shows up with a bunch of scents, very prevalently scents that are only negatively going to affect pregnant people. Something must have got out that's either Gokyo's pregnant or Lihua's pregnant. And what the this face? Okay. Lots of questions right now. We're getting into starting a big mystery here. Clearly. Ooh, jasmine. So like the jasmine plant she used earlier. Abortion medicines for courtesans. Whoa. Festive feeling cloud in my judgment. Yeah, this many bad things being here is insanely suspect. Like, if there was a mix of like a couple bad things and a couple things that don't affect pregnancies, it'd be one thing. But the fact that this many bad things showed up all at once with this caravan is suspect as hell. Similar to the other incident. The powder. It's not at a place at the rare palace. Yeah, the powder incident. Yeah, this feels awful similar. I tried to bring poison into the rare palace. Yeah, that could be easily made into poisons with that excessive amount. And we saw a scene of somebody coughing, like not that long ago. What the fuck was that? And she seemed, in that scene, there seemed to be someone with a bunch of scented oil things. So I'm assuming those were scented oil containers. Coincidence and converge to become an inevitability. Yeah. Get on that shit ASAP. Okay, here we go. We get confirmation that she is still missing. So that whole they handled the situation was they kind of kept it under wraps, but they don't have her. She fully escaped. That's a... Holy shit. Is Suire behind... That would be crazy. And this is the most conjecture statement I could toss out, but if Suire is involved with this as well, she tried to take out Jinshi, and now she could be trying to take out the pregnant concubines as well. That's crazy, because we still don't know why she did that. We still do not know why she tried to take out Jinshi, because that was all her. Everything that occurred was her. Lacan only tried to warn us, because as we learned at the end of last season, Lacan never interjects himself into a situation to solve it himself. He tried to, like, sending Maomao to the metalworkers' place and all the above. He tried to warn them that something was being plotted, but he didn't outright try to stop it himself, because, as Memo said, he doesn't do that. So, it's just... Probably involves many people. It can't just be Suire. Because as we saw in the flash where Suire was walking out of the coffin room, she was walking with a group of people. She wasn't walking by herself. So there is clearly some bigger plot going on here with a group of people. And Suire is definitely involved. I don't know if she's involved in this incident of trying to get these scents in to halt or harm the pregnancy of Gyokyo and possibly Lihua as well. We have no confirmation if she's pregnant, but that little motion she did may be supposed to hint that she is. But I won't get ahead of myself on that. It's possible. And man, this is getting much deeper now. Now it's starting to be like, okay, Suire did this one thing to try to take out Jinshi. Still don't know why she did that, but maybe she's part of a bigger collective that has some ulterior objective going on. How far does their reach extend? Yeah. Yeah, how much is certainty? Yeah! I've been speaking on conjecture a lot this episode. Pouring hot water on it. Yep. Only time so much of it was brought in. Yeah, because you would say normally some of this stuff would be brought in, of course, because it's nice scents and everything like that. And like by themselves, like she said, a small amount is not going to harm anybody. but it's when it gets to those high amounts, which all of a sudden now there's like she said, the only time this much of this stuff was brought in. She said, then again, she says maybe this is the only time so much of it was brought in. If that was the case, yes, that's incredibly suspicious. Yeah. We drink some when customers weren't around. Now you're involved with murder plots and all the above. Here in the rear palace and the outer palace, or... Hello, Jinshi. You got here silent as hell, dude. It's called the... It's called the rear palace and the outer court, right? Maybe. I'm sharing nothing with such a small amount of tea. It's not an area you should be in. I'll delivering messages to keep the fuck away from those scents. Calms the mind. Yeah. Actually, giving birth here helps with delivery. Oh, okay. Hard to, yeah. So you see a thing like that and you're like, oh yeah, it's got all these good effects, but then when you look a little deeper, you're like, oh my god, it has this really bad, glaringly bad effect behind all these good effects. Yeah, decreased fertility. That was a bit too spicy of a joke. I love how none of Maomao's jokes that she tells ever land. Damn, he got the hell out of there. Have we seen... God, they're gonna end the episode right as this is getting intense. I don't know if we've ever met a concubine Jin. I don't remember anybody by that name. Oh, shit. No, you're not about to make me think even for a second that Hong Ying is bad. No, absolutely not. That was a horrible a cliffhanger there. I'm watching another episode today, so we'll be getting in to see what's going on in the next episode. Really strong episode preview, I'm assuming. Yes, okay. Really good episode. They have set up tons of mystery and intrigue with the caravan, the scents, some of the spices and stuff that they've brought. What's going on with Li Hua's seeming, I don't know if she's her head lady in waiting. What's going on with this woman named Shin? First time we've ever seen her. I don't remember ever seeing her in season 1. So we'll see what the fuck is going on with that. There was the lady in the room coughing up a storm, and then there was the box of seemingly, it looked like bottles of scented oils. I could be wrong about that, but that's just what it appeared to be to me. And now we've got up at the end of this episode, someone named Concubine Jean was assassinated with poison. So, and then there was a really interesting frame at the end of the episode here with Hong Yang. I mean, they're not for a second going to convince me that this woman is evil or something. Absolutely not. But maybe it's just like a thing of like, it's kind of a tense atmosphere at the moment with the fact that people could be trying to take out the children of the Emperor once again. And it just goes back to the point that before Ling Li was born and before Mama was here to help Ling Li be born, and too bad she couldn't help Li Hua's child, but before that, all of the Emperor's kids before that had been assassinated as well. He had other attempts for kids. I believe they had said before, Gyokyo and Li Hua at the beginning of season 1, where all of them died as well, barring Jinshi from that. But you know, that's the whole baby swap thing. So he supposedly died, the Emperor's child. I also had this one other question that I was thinking about. I think somebody commented on it as well. I was thinking about it. So Jinshi is posing as Jinshi, a 24-year-old high-up eunuch. And yet, when we go back to the very first garden party, it appeared that Jinshi was coming out to present himself as the Emperor's younger brother. But, so, it's this thing of like, most people seem to see Jinshi as just a high-up eunuch. then there's a select group of people who see him as the Emperor's younger brother, but it seems like almost nobody knows that he is actually the Emperor's child. The thing that Lacan had said last season about knowing Jinshi's real status was him knowing that he's the Emperor's younger brother. Like, that is the hidden status behind, and then there's another hidden status behind that as well. But it seems like the general public sees Jinshi as just a high up eunuch. But at the first garden party, it appeared that he was going to show himself at that garden party as the Emperor's younger brother, when not a lot of people seemingly know that, or know that he's even posing as such. Maybe I am getting things mixed up here, but that's a little confusing. I don't know, and maybe it's supposed to be like that, and if so, obviously don't say anything. It maybe is supposed to be like that. Anyway, I just wanted to toss that out there as well, because that was something I had been thinking about recently. Anyway, really good episode here. Let's go ahead and get right into the next one. But I think it is going to wrap it up for my reaction to the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 2. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.